Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Brad's Angling Adventures. As you can see, I've had a trip out to a lake to do some fishing, which is a lake that's run by the club that I'm joined to which I'll leave a link to their website in the description of the video. As you can see in the background there is the Campanile Hotel, so it's aptly named the Campanile Lake. You may be able to see through the trees there, the QE2 bridge. So it's pretty close to the M25. Very easy to get to from most places. As you can see, it's quite a nice little lake, got a nice aerator fountain in the middle. It's quite a new lake really. This is the third time I've fished it, so I'm still trying to figure out what works and what doesn't on the lake. But as you can see, it's got some quite nice features to it. So we'll get down to the peg and see how we do. So this is the peg that I've chosen. It's got a nice little end peg. As you can see, it's got reeds either side, nice overhanging tree over the other side there, and a nice little corner to fish to. So there's plenty of area to fish, plenty of things to try out and see what works. So let's get down and sit on the box and see how we get on. As you can see, I've started off on the pole today. I've already made a few changes because I was getting bites, but I wasn't hooking into anything. I started off with my light top kit, which has got a Nick Gilbert 6 to 10 elastic in. But I changed over to my heavier top kit, which has got a 10 to 14 elastic in, just in case I was getting bites from bigger fish, or just in case any bigger fish moved into the swim. I made a few changes, as I say, which I'll go through a little bit later. But one of the changes I have made is going from catapulting maggots over the top of the float to using this little pole pot that I've got on, which is drip feeding maggots into the water, down through the column of water that I'm fishing in. Doing little lifts and drops there, as you can see, which is normally a pretty good way of enticing a bite, because the fish see your bait falling through the water and moving to investigate. As you can see there, we've got a bite, and first fish of the day on. And as you can see, he's putting up quite a good little account for himself, having a little fight. But we'll get him in and see what we've got. And here's our first fish. Not a monster by any means, but nice little roach, probably going to about half a pound, and very welcome in my net. So the changes that I made are, I've put the small Guru pole pot on there, as you can see, which has got a small drip feed lid on, which you can use for either maggot or pellet, whatever you like really. As you can see, it's got 3 little holes in it, which enables you to drip feed your bait down through the columns of water that you're fishing. I've got a 6-pound Guru end gauge for the main line, down to an Allen Scott Horn AS2 float, which then drops down to a 4-pound 4-inch Guru end gauge hook length, and then I've changed over to a size 20 Guru MWG hook, which may sound tiny, but it's not a match size hook. It's quite a good size, to be honest. So that was the changes. So got back out there to see if we could get some more fish using the same tactics as I just spoke to you about. Drip feeding the maggots over the top of my float, try and entice some bites, but unfortunately, even though I was still lifting and dropping and feeding maggots regular, nothing seemed to be working. I had a couple of small perch which are caught off camera, but they were pretty tiny, to be honest. It was a pretty hard day's fishing. I did make quite a few changes. I even changed over to using method feeder on the rod, casting out to the willow tree that was opposite me. Couldn't get anything on the method feeder. I tried straight lead, tried a number of baits, but nothing seemed to be working. Fish just didn't seem to want to feed that day. So it was a pretty hard day, all in all. So we got packed up early and headed home, unfortunately. But thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see some more fish in the next video. Don't forget, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Tight lines, everyone.